John Bravo just released a video titled Fake Alpha Male Caught Lying About His Entire Life to Scam Millions. For those of you who don't know who we're about to talk about, just another copy-paste course seller. They keep popping up out of nowhere. Let's see what he's lying about this time.
So I wanted to do a little digging and see. And there's this penthouse that this Vincent is always bragging about.
Who the hell is buying courses nowadays? Young, impressionable children, foreigners, and that's really about it.
One of his videos is about this penthouse, right? In Miami on the top floor, right? I wanted to see.
I forgot fatherless men.
You know, does he own it? Does he rent it? What's the story? Because he tries to make everybody believe that he owns this thing, right?
We beat the system. Now I keep $1 million in there, I get another $1 million, I buy a real estate property for $4 million. We're fucking balling.
So there's a new asshole in town. This giraffe-looking piece of shit with pubic.
Has to be 60% men from third world countries. 100%. They probably scrounge together some seashells and buttons, fucking rocks and sand, and put their entire life savings into an alpha male's course. They get turned into liquidity, rent for their Lamborghinis.
Here, on his fucking head. I'm looking at him, I'm like, what's wrong with this asshole? But like all the others, he's from Miami. He drives around the same block on Brickell over and over and over with that pubic hair of his.
It really is just the easiest pipeline. Take roids, sell courses, move to Miami. Profit.
Is flying in the wind because he thinks people need to look at it. Nobody wants to see that shit. He even has a sharmuta by his side, right? From Russia. He says it's his Russian model from Instagram, right? But we all know he ordered that shit in the fucking mail.
You want to know the real reason why I'm successful, bro? It's not because I'm extremely intelligent with a genius level IQ. It's not.
I'm just tired of the alpha male archetype. Truthfully, Andrew Tate came along and proved them all to be fake and gay.
Because I'm unusually tall, sexy, and handsome. It's because I'm delusionally optimistic.
And if you think about it, right, if you look at him, if Peggy Watson and the 7-foot monster had a love child, that would be this asshole. Because this asshole, right, look at him coming out of the car looking like that tall giraffe he is. He is actually 7 foot tall with that pubic hair dangling around everywhere. But everyone's been wondering, is his life a lie? How is this 22-year-old kid a millionaire by selling programs to kids? I mean, look, we know how all these guys do it. They do everything for show. Their life is rented.
Can't beat them? Sell to them.
Their life is a lie. So I wanted to take a little bit closer of a look into this asshole. And this is what I found.
I want to sell courses just to see if I could do it, you know? Can I get one sale at $997?
You guys need to understand that to some degree, life is materialistic, right? It's always broke people judging rich people. They're always like, oh, well, I don't need a penthouse. I live in a box. I don't need a hypercar. I have a Honda. You can't get a hypercar. And for that reason, you're hating. Right? But to some degree, the results in your life reflect that you have the blueprint figured out. Right? If I was telling you guys all this shit, but I didn't have
a woman is touching him, I believe him. So true.
Penthouse, I didn't have a Russian model rubbing my shoulders. I don't have $4 million in cars. What's the validity to my statements? There is none.
So when I first saw this.
Yeah, watch me dunk on these betas, babe. Can I get a quick rub down?
This asshole. You guys remember one of the greatest movies ever? Coming to America, right? I remember it as a kid. Remember that one asshole, the real asshole, Daryl, who was full of himself, looking at himself in the mirror, thinking he's the shit, pretending he's this good guy, but in actuality, he was a piece of shit asshole. Well, when I first saw Vincent Fisher and how he's acting with that hairdo of his, I was like, this guy Daryl must have been his idol.
Right? It's very hard to die or go broke.
That's an elite reference.
If you look like money. Might just seduce somebody, get a goddamn meal, you know what I'm saying? Might just, go into Fry's, wink at the goddamn waitress. Hey, on the house.
I mean, look at the way he was looking at himself, right? Saying he's so handsome, saying he's so good looking, right? But then,
know what I'm saying?
that Russian sharmuta of his,
That has never happened to him in his life.
Look how he treats her, the same way as that asshole Daryl was trying to treat the girls.
Yes, where I'm from, we have to be very aggressive.
I'm all for that. Especially with women.
If I was telling you guys all this shit, but I didn't have a penthouse, I didn't have a Russian model rubbing my shoulders, I don't have 4 million in cars.
Take charge.
Why is this song a banger, though? Why do I want to max a deadlift to this song?
Do.
Vincent Fisher, the best man of the world. Yes, yes.
So let's go back a little. This asshole Vinny, he was 17 years old, right? He was a kid. He was skinny as hell, right?
Bro, look at this body transformation. Tells you everything you need to know.
Right, so he wanted to get bigger. And he admits here, I'm going to show you in a moment, that he took steroids because people are wondering. You see this guy on camera. You think he's 35 years old. There's no way this asshole is 22, right? Especially when you see how he was just a few years ago. Well,
the difference between you and millions of dollars is just steroids.
He was selling programs to kids on that transformation, but he didn't tell them, of course, that he was taking steroids.
So with that, so you say you were natty at first. Did you ever experimented or wanted to experiment with like any enhancements?
Yeah. Like after I moved to Miami and stuff like that, play around with stuff. I guess I got involved with all and stuff. Anyways, I got up to like 220 during that time. But what happened was I had health issues. And then on top of that,
honestly, if you're tall and good looking, this is extremely true.
My psychological wasn't on point, where I'm like crashing out and I'm like started arguments. I wasn't being the stoic person I am. And then I kind of removed myself from that. That's another reason, I've never said this on camera, but that's why I stopped strict reselling fitness programs.
And I always say, when you're a kid and you take shit like this, it's going to age you prematurely. It's going to make you look 10, 15.
So what programs does he sell? Let's see here. Okay, can't buy that one. 6-figure fitness, 16 members. Can't be that one. Dude, I'm trying to join a course.
15 years, if not more, older than what you're supposed to be. So I always say, kids should stay away from the shit. And you saw how he was saying he had health problems and he had to stop? Well, what happened? His business that he was teaching the kids this shit had...
Here we go. I help fitness influencers make bank. DM me mentor for online coaching mentorship. Should I DM him?
To stop too, because he was gonna shrink up like a little bitch and he knew nobody would buy the shit, right? So he had another bright idea, the same one as all the rest of these assholes. He's gonna sell people programs on how to coach people to be coaches. It's like a modern day pyramid scheme, right? Without having to go door to door like a little Sharmuta Mary Kay. You guys remember her? It's the same shit.
I coach coaches who coach coaches. Like that's
I need to be coaching coaches.
That's what I do, but I'm not going to lie about it. I'm not going to say buy my course instead. I'm going to say, listen, the numbers are there. Obviously, I'm good at what I do. People go, oh, well, you're a scammer. I mean, if I teach you how to go viral,
then where's the scam? Think of all the value I'm adding.
I teach you how to make money, and I happen to be viral and make money. That's living proof that I know to some degree what I'm talking about.
But in order for his plan to work, right?
I need to coach coaches who coach coaches. I got to get to the top of the funnel.
He has to show that he's making money. He's got the Sharmuta on his side. He lives in a penthouse. He's got Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, all these cars, right? So he had to...
I don't understand why they keep up the grift, though. The second I make a couple milli off Indian children, I'm retiring my entire family. I'm reinventing myself.
Find a way to get this shit in order to sell these programs.
We're buying a $3.5 million hypercar at 22 years old. Now, I just sent the wire out this morning, so we're gonna run a few errands and go pick that up. But in the meantime, I don't know if I've ever shown the penthouse on the channel, but you guys can see here, this is the spot we got in. And boys, when I say penthouse, I don't mean 40 the floor. When I say penthouse, I mean it's 2 stories, and there's absolutely nothing above us if you guys take a look outside. Yes.
The second my business takes off, I'm going dark.
Sir.
So I wanted to do a little digging and see. And
he bought it from a car dealership that literally advertises their short-term rentals. Yeah, that Lamborghini is like a $3 million spec. That I know the dealership you're talking about, Cario. They showed it before in the video.
There's this penthouse that this Vincent is always bragging about. Every one of his videos is about this penthouse, right? In Miami on the top floor, right? I wanted to see, does he own it? Does he rent it? What's the story? Because he tries to make everybody believe that he owns this thing, right?
We fucking beat the system. Now I keep $1 million in there, I get another $1 million, I buy a real estate property for $4 million. We're fucking balling. Fuck, I wake up in my 2-story penthouse and decide which $500,000 car to drive. No, I have no boss. Nobody tells me what to do. And I'm like, fuck.
He rents everything he has. They all do.
So I went and I got the address for the place and I looked it up and I found an old Zillow listing, right? But something was very interesting in this Zillow
It's only 1.3 million
listing. If you guys take a look here at all these pictures, notice something. Look at the decorations, look at the furniture, look at everything. It's the exact same setup, right? That this asshole's using when he's filming his videos, but this listing is years old. So what's the story of it? So I took it even further. I went
only 1.3 million for a penthouse in Miami is nothing.
to the tax website on the address of the house, and lo and behold, he's not the owner of it, right? I went and looked up the MLS and it says that it was rented last October, right? And if you look here, I'm going to show his posting on Instagram. The day he moved in, he was posting it and flaunting it on Instagram like he owns it. Now, this is the thing. I can't see the name of who actually rented it. For all we know,
He just has buddies in real estate, comes here to film 10 videos in a day, then comes back 2 weeks later for another sesh. It's pretty smart. See, look, $997 course.
it's rented out for movie shoots, photo shoots, pictures, because I spoke to the neighbors there. And they said they only see him there once in a while. So what's the real story? We don't know. But we do know that the asshole's renting the place.
Footage sent to me by his neighbor. They said it takes him 30 takes.
So that got me thinking. I'm like, if he's renting this place,
His hair could be rented too.
pretending he's owner, right? What about that Russian Sharmuta over there?
It's a perm.
Who says he didn't order that shit in the mail? What about all those cars he drives, right? The cars he drives
This has got to be a pretty lonely life.
are from that same shady place other influencers get their cars from. Remember Wes when he was in the car arguing about not having a title and registration?
Doesn't everyone rent in Miami? Yeah.
That was bought from this same place. But I mean, a kid, 22 years old, driving around now, he's saying a $3.5 million car, getting it from that same shady place.
You know, TJR got his car from the same place. Yeah, this place is known for having these rental cars. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe the interest rate is through the roof. Maybe these are stolen cars.
So I knew some shady shit is going on.
But it's a known thing in Miami that Cario just does these shady deals.
And that got me thinking, all right? This kid still has to have money in order to pull this shit off, right? I remember when he spoke about something, he said, I knew in life that I was going to be successful, whether it was going to be being a criminal or not being a criminal, but he was going to find a way.
Like, the thing is, I was either going to end up ridiculously rich with the right thing or ridiculously rich a criminal. Just because that's how my mind works.
He also was saying how much he loves debt, right? And how he found creative ways to get money and use money to purchase things that wasn't his own.
I'll say it, Miami has anti-ore at this point. Huge gooner energy there. Yeah, it's inherently devoid of anything of substance. The culture is all imported. It's all fake. It's all a facade. It's all ostentatious and blingy and frankly ghetto in many aspects. Renting Hellcats, Lamborghini Uruses. It's just ratchet shit. Is anyone who even lives in Miami real? Don't get me wrong. There's parts of it that are beautiful and fun to go to. But live there, you gotta be out of your goddamn mind. It's like Las Vegas, but a swamp.
Love debt. And I think that's why America is the place that people move to go 0 to 100, because you have access to other people's money. There's nowhere else in the world where you have as easy access to other people's money.
Miami and Dubai are twin crack hoes. It's a good point.
money as the U.S. The U.S. is trillions in debt already.
Yeah.
I'd always go over using other people's money over my own. Even when I'm at the highest branches of U.S. banks, right? When I'm at, the banks and they deal with bigger amounts of money that's moving through accounts, you're talking to a different staff. But, I'll speak to these people and they'll say the same thing. They'll go, Vince, none of the wealthy families we work with use their own money. A lot of them use like life insurance policies to not use their own money.
Yep.
A lot of them will just take out loans and stuff to not use their own money. But as a rule of thumb, why would you use your own money when you could use somebody else's?
So when I put all these things
You need to be debt maxing.
together, right, I was thinking, that's what he's doing. He is doing creative things, crooked things, to put this show on for everyone in order to sell all these programs to kids.
You never use your own money, chat. Write that down.
My target audience is people my age. So like the oldest, there's a few outliers in a group of guys that are a little bit older, but as a rule of thumb in general, my guys are in their early 20s, same age as me. Oh wow, some guys are 2 years older, but it's kind of like the same exact thing.
And something else I noticed too, you know how he was saying criminal shit? Look what he said.
What do I pay the loan back with? That's the thing. You don't. You pay it back with someone else's money. Don't you get it?
Is here. Remember how I told you, people were fucking with my channel. I didn't mention names, but we all know who it was, right? Well, what's funny is the fruit
Loan against my huge Bitcoin stack? You know what I mean? I know what you mean.
doesn't fall far from the tree. With all these guys, they must be all connected together because we all know they think the same way. Because look what this asshole admits that he would do to someone.
But I'm in the world of business, right? To some degree, I'm in the education game on a smaller scale. Yeah. So if somebody were making serious, false, defamatory threats against me, if that's even a word, a split second of my mind goes, and how much would it cost to delete this person? Not kill them. Like, how much would it cost to take their channel down?
What?
Yeah, 2,000. All right, let's do that. I'm not saying that I've done anything like that, but it's crossed my mind. And I think if I'm in the game of just making a few million, right, and there's people that make trillions, do they not think the same thing a little bit? Do they?
I'm in the world of business, has a Versace tattoo.
Not that, no. Scuff. Oh, maybe he had an eye on it. He's got set in it. Oh, this guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just giving an idea. Like, I'm just taking it into account.
So like I said earlier, in order for this asshole's plan to work, he has to sell this dream. He has to sell this lifestyle to kids who are easily manipulated. I mean, that shit's not going to work on people who are experiencing life, but think about his target audience and think about them seeing the Russian sharmuta, the penthouse, the cars. They don't want this shit. So what do? They buy his program. In the end, think about it, right? If enough of these assholes buy it, he's going to end up making money. But to me, he's always just going to be that giraffe-looking pubic hair piece of shit.
So the problem with most men is they're unsuccessful in thinking they have the world figured out to the T. I speak to so many men, I'm like, bro, you need to...
These people are all predators. Would you rather be prey? You need to be selling courses. You need to be scamming your fans. You need to be dunking on people on a daily basis.
tweak this, you need to do that. They're like, Vince, yeah, but you don't understand, bro, how my mind works. How your mind works does not work. And that's why you don't have results. So you need to drop your ego and switch your mind. Learn from somebody that has
The lion does not concern himself with his client's debt.
the results you want in life, and they're inevitable.
Guys, thanks for watching. Please hit like.
I mean, the girl's smiling. It's obviously working. You guys are just hating. I know which course I'm buying tonight. I'm going to start coaching the coaches' coaches.